They say that the North will not vote Peter Obi, even despite choosing Kwankwaso as his vice presidential candidate. They say the North will not vote for Peter Obi. In fact, another very popular propaganda or narrative is that, oh, the North will queue behind Atiku Abubakar. When you hear these narratives as a Nigerian, what comes to your mind? Do you believe them? If you do, I will give you data that will make you change your mind for the sake of the prosperity of this country. Atiku is refusing to run, refusing to step down. Atiku is refusing to step down because he is hoping that the North will queue behind him. And he is hoping that if Peter Obi is on the ticket, now that Peter Obi has decamped away from ADC to NDC, and you have Tinubu on the ticket, it's possible that even a Rotimi Amechi may decamp away from ADC if the rumors that we are hearing are true. So he is hoping that a list of very strong southern candidates in the 2027 election will split the votes in the south, right, amongst all the southern candidates. Then him, being the most prominent northern candidate, would take advantage of all the northern votes. Is this true? There are so many things to consider. Peter Obi will not only win the 2027 elections, he will win at least 24 states. We did this analysis earlier. But I'll just touch on some key areas. We have seen how Tinubu and the APC have lost their hold. Not like they had a hold before. Whatever they were trying to hold on to in the southeast, they have lost it. With the loss of Cubana chief priest and Obi Cubana deleting his Instagram post, anything that connects him to the City Boys movement, you see that whatever attempt Tinubu and the APC wanted to make to get the southeast to at least reduce Peter Obi's vote, it's not like they were hoping to win. Tinubu knows that there's no amount of City Boy movement they move in the southeast that will make the southeast to vote APC or vote Tinubu. He knows. And that's why at the slightest opportunity, he threw Obi Cubana, he threw Cubana chief priest under the bus. And they learnt the hard way. That no amount of closeness to Sheyi Tinubu will save them. They learnt. So Tinubu and the APC, they know that they really didn't have any chance in the southeast. In 2023, it was over 95% that Peter Obi won. In 2027, if it's not 99%, make us see what it costs. So the southeast is locked down. The south, Tinubu thinks that he will make an inroute by making all the governors to decamp. Now, here's one warning to all the south governors. You think that 2027 election will be decided by Godfather dictatorship, incumbency power backed rigging. You miscalculated though. What happened in 2023 in Delta, in Edo, in Bayelsa, in Akwa Ibom? What happened where you had a Peter Obi that did not have any governor, no state of House of Assembly member, no National Assembly member, defeated governors, defeated the incumbent, defeated them in that state? 2027 will be even worse for Tinubu. We have already started seeing the signs. Despite the fact that the governors of the South states have decamped to APC, we still see what happens when City Boy network or movement try to set up in the South. the citizens of the South are waiting for you. You see all of the states of the South, including rivers, including Cross River. Yes, those 6 states, overwhelmingly, they will vote for Peter Obi. Now, the Southwest, take out Lagos, give the remaining 5 states to Tinubu. Even though Peter Obi will put up very good showing in places like Oyo, very good showing in places like Osun, Ekiti, and Ondo, somehow. In Ogun, Peter Obi will do very well. But you see Lagos, the margin of win that Peter Obi will have in 2027 will be more than the margin of win he had in 2023. Go and mark it. And the reason is simple. It's not because Peter Obi will campaign more. No. It is because the APC has succeeded in punishing even APC supporters in Lagos. People in Oworonshoki, people in Ketu, people in Makoko. All of those places, there are places where you see people who blindly, though, support APC. But even those people, Sanwo-Olu and the APC found a way to punish them. Those people are waiting for 2027. No amount of thuggery will stop them. So the margin of Peter Obi will be more in Lagos than it was in 2023, come 2027. So that's how many states already? 12. South, and Southeast. Now you see that North Central. From Benue. Oh God. He lost Benue. Peter Obi lost Benue in 2023. But in 2027, Peter Obi will take Benue. Peter Obi will take Plateau again, as he took it in 2023. Peter Obi will take Nasarawa again, as he took it in 2023. Right? That's another 3 states. Add the FCT, 4. Add Kogi, 5. Kwara and Niger, it will do well. You will do well. But we can leave that to Tinubu and Atiku to struggle. We are up to about 16 states already. You see Kaduna, you see Kano, you see Katsina. Peter Obi will win it. Because of the influence of persons like El Rufai, many people think El Rufai is going to support Atiku. No. What El Rufai will do for Peter Obi in 2027 is what El Rufai did for Tinubu in 2023. Because El Rufai is somebody who believes in equity and fairness. And Tinubu knows what El Rufai can do. That's why he's struggling to use the DSS to keep him as long as he can. He thought that it would be the APC. The APC and Tinubu thought they would be able to trap Peter Obi in ADC until the primaries. And they know that if an El Rufai was free, then El Rufai will be able to spoil whatever plans Atiku had, right? To make sure that the primaries of ADC favored Peter Obi. Tinubu knew. And that is why they made sure that all through the days leading up to the ADC primaries, they held on to El Rufai. So El Rufai is a critical factor in the north. And El Rufai is behind Peter Obi. Add the El Rufai factor to Kwankwaso. Many people don't know that the NNPP did very well. They won in Kano, but they did very well in other northwestern states. And this time around, messages are already going round. They are normal traditional channels. If you know, you know. People like the chairman of PRP, Hakim Baba Ahmed, when you see them come on national TV and say, let power go to the south, he has come out to tell Nigerians that it is Peter Obi the North will queue behind. And the North believes Peter Obi. Forget all this propaganda that they're trying to push to make the North doubt Peter Obi by pushing an alternative in the person of Goodluck Jonathan. Forget it. In fact, take it to the bank. Goodluck Jonathan will not be on the ballot. Goodluck Jonathan never joined any party. I don't know what the Turaki-led PDP is doing or what they think they are doing. Goodluck Jonathan will not be on the ballot. He won't be. He resigned from PDP when he resigned from partisan politics. He said so himself. He was in the public domain. And he has not come back to say he has joined any political party. And if he did behind the scene and he pretended as if he did not, it means that whatever is left of his credibility is gone. If indeed at the end he chooses to run. But take it to the bank. Goodluck Jonathan will not be on the ballot. Because look, as it is now, even Tinubu knows that nothing Goodluck Jonathan can do for him. If there was any hope that Goodluck Jonathan would be of help to Tinubu, it is not the Turaki-led PDP that will adopt him. It will be the INEC-recognized faction, the Samuel Anyanwu-led faction, that is loyal to Wike, that would have adopted Goodluck Jonathan. That's what many people don't know. You just think because it's PDP and then they are the same. They are not the same. So they are trying so hard to discredit the believability of Peter Obi that he will do only one term, because that actually favors the North. They forget that NDC as a political party has zoned the presidential ticket to the South for only one term in the presence of INEC, which means they cannot change it. Peter Obi has come to speak in front of Nigerians that he will do only one term. And many of you don't know, Peter Obi is a man of character. He doesn't eat his words. And besides, Jonathan only went back on its word because whatever it is was a gentleman agreement behind the scene. There was nowhere where Jonathan came out to publicly say, I am not running in 2015. Nowhere. So now that you have a Peter Obi coming to say it in public, shows you that it's believable. We are the ones that will fight Peter Obi if he decides to do one day beyond 2031. So with the one-term promise guaranteed by the character of Peter Obi, guaranteed by the convention, the INEC-backed and INEC-witnessed convention of NDC, power is sure to rotate to the North, and it will be advantage Kwankwaso. So because of that, the North is queuing behind Peter Obi. Now, am I saying that Atiku will not do well in the North? Or Tinubu will not do well in the North? They go try. But you see, Tinubu will use his power of incumbency to muster some votes in the North. Atiku will try, if they make it to, because forget this judgment that has nullified the INEC timetable that gives opportunity for ADC to sort out their legal battles before September. Forget that case. Nafiu Bala is doing his own parallel clearance. So they are doing parallel things now. At the end of the day, if the matter gets to Supreme Court, they can still rule in favor of Bala, or they zamfaralize the whole of APC. That's still possible. So the earlier position that we took, that Atiku may not be on the ticket, has gone from a will not to a may not now. So it's possible that Atiku may not be on the ticket still. But if he's on the ticket, even if he's on the ticket, will he do well in the North? He could try. States like Adamawa, Taraba, some part of Bauchi, Gombe, Yobe, he could try. Jigawa could try. But you see, the power of incumbency of Tinubu and the religious fanaticism of Atiku will clash in the North. And it will be advantage Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. So in the North, I just mentioned it, Peter Obi will win at least 24 states. He will not just win 2027. He will win at least 24 states. And you know, people will say this, if the elections were free and fair, before 3 o'clock, Peter Obi would have defeated Tinubu. We are not saying if the election will be free and fair. We are saying that whether INEC likes it or not, whether the Nigerian security agencies like it or not, whether the Nigerian judiciary likes it or not, whether APC or Tinubu likes it or not, 2027 elections will be free, it will be fair, it will be credible. Because the people will not sit idly by anymore the way they did in previous elections. Constitutionally guaranteed and legally backed parallel vote tabulation will be employed and deployed by the people for 2027. Real-time electronic transmission of results from the polling unit directly, even better real-time electronic collation of results directly from the polling unit will be guaranteed by votewatch.pro in 2027. Guaranteed. So we're not saying, oh, if the election will be free and fair. We know that the election of 2027 must be free and fair because of what we, the people, will do to tie the hands of INEC, tie the hands of security agencies, tie the hands of thugs, tie the hands of the judiciary. But it requires you to take an action. You have to check the link in the description. www.votewatch.pro. Click the link. Get to the website from your phone, from your laptop, from your desktop. Sign up as a polling unit marshal, PU marshal. Just sign up. Fill your name, your state of origin, your local government, then select any of the ward or polling unit in your local government, any of them. Leave the rest for us. Don't worry about whether the name appears the way it appears on INEC website. Don't worry. You must volunteer. You must volunteer because together we have the numbers. We can't keep letting the worst of us continue to ruin this country for the rest of us. No, we cannot. We cannot continue to allow godfatherism, godfather dictatorship, Baba Sokpe crazy, Baba Sokpe politics. We cannot continue to allow it to take our country back, to continue to cause our country to go down this slide. If you want insecurity to stop, it is corruption that must first stop. If you want the poor road infrastructure to stop, it is corruption that must first stop. If you want there to be jobs, more industrialization, more 24-hour power supply that is cheaper. If you want the naira to gain power, to be stronger so that you can import things cheaper and cost of living will be smaller, you need to take out corruption. And the only person to take out corruption out of all of them now that has the track record is Peter Obi. Then you now have as his running mate Rabiu Kwankwaso. That's the OK ticket. But for that to happen, you need to do your own part. You can't sit down and wait for somebody to come and save you now. You have to contribute something. It has to be all hands on deck. At this point, you need to also contribute because we need to go massively when we start the campaigns. It's going to be streets, it's going to be social media, it's going to be mainstream media. Everywhere we will monopolize the airspace. We will monopolize them. And when we are done, we will make 2027 election unriggable and pave the pathway for Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso to be sworn in as the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'll see you in the next one.